Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. It's a Friday afternoon and I just did some productive things and I'm in the park. It's not really the sunniest day out, but all the trees have color on them and they're so pretty. And you're balancing on my favorite vanilla iced coffee with oat milk from McDonald's. And I just thought that I was walking around and it was so pretty. And I've always kind of wanted to film a video outside because I find myself always being outside on walks or commuting, and I just love it. It's so pretty. It doesn't need to be like the sunniest day perhaps, but it's really pretty and nobody cares. I'm talking to my phone, balancing on my iced coffee. I've been feeling this way about how we should not let fear operate our decisions. We should not operate out of a place of fear. We need to always operate out of a place of confidence and our highest self. Now, what I mean by that is, no matter what phase of your life you're in, whether you are confident and you're comfortable or you're lost, when you operate out of fear, you operate out of a lack mindset, and then you attract opportunities, people, things, places into your life, into your environment, into your reality that match that vibration. So even if you're feeling stuck or lost, or you're in a place where you're not feeling 100%, you never want to operate and make decisions from that place. So, for example, if you are looking for another job opportunity and you're just kind of spam applying to everything, and the first place that gets back to you is a job that you're not really feeling, but you're thinking to yourself, oh, I need this, I need the money, I need whatever, I'm just going to do it. Then you accept that job, and that's the environment you're in, and you're limiting yourself from possibilities and experiences and opportunities and people that match the version of yourself or the place of confidence that you want to be at. So let's say you're in that same place and you are trying to apply for a job. You hear back from the first job and you're like, I don't actually like this one. Yeah, I'm in a place where I kind of am looking for another opportunity, but this is not something that I want to do. My highest self, my best self would not accept that. And so your one no or your one pass closer to a yes. And I think that allows opportunity, and that allows people and things that match your frequency of what you want to attract into your life. And therefore you're getting rid of more things that don't align with you and creating space for things that do align with you and your desires. It's so much easier said than done because there's so many factors that can come into play when it comes to these things. Sometimes you're in a place where you gotta do what you gotta do, or you kind of accept an opportunity that you're not 100% thrilled about, or you do something or operate at a place that you're not 100% about. But to still keep that in mind, to put yourself in a state where you are able to attract these people, places, things, realities that you want. You should never ever settle in fear. I think a lot of people settle or take less than what they deserve in fear of kind of endless possibilities that they don't know or don't want to be exposed to, and that's fair. And I think that that's something that we've been conditioned as a society to be fearful of the unknown. But sometimes to be in the unknown, or to be in a place where you're like, I'm not sure what's going on right now. I don't know what the next thing is. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just doing something. I'm just doing it. That's when you raise your frequency, you raise your vibration, and you will start doing things and being in places and meeting people that match that energy, that match where you want to go. When you're settling, when you're in a scarcity mindset, when you're fearful, you're operating under this survival, like primal survival instinct that doesn't attract your dream life, that doesn't attract the right people, that doesn't attract the right opportunities. So to act out of a place that can attract what you want is really, really crucial to be successful and manifest your dream life. Another quote that I really, really like is, "It's as within, so without." And I think that that quote really resonates with me, and it's been resonating with me because what you see in your head and what you think and what you feel comes out into your reality. You can choose to have a good day. You can choose to not be miserable. You can choose to feel better. You can choose to practice gratitude daily. You can choose to be happy despite your circumstances. You can choose to be happy. Why settle to feel miserable? You may be in a job that you don't like. You may be around people you don't like. You may be living at home with people that you're not big fans of. You may feel that there's something in your life that you want to change that you might not have control over at this moment. When you have nothing that you can control, at the end of the day, the only thing you can control when you have nothing is how you react, is how you feel. That's the only thing that you can solely take ownership of despite external factors. And I think the positivity to push through in those negative situations will always prevail, and they will always create a light at the end of any tunnel, and they will always create an increase in frequency, and they will always surpass and push through the negative energy to create some kind of space or some kind of light at the end of the tunnel for you. Now, when I speak, I don't speak out of like, oh, I'm retired or I'm this. Like, let's be real, I don't even know what I'm doing. But I do know that I'm continuously trying to improve myself, work on myself, self-develop, increase my consciousness, be grateful, be aware, and do things that align with my values and the person that I want to become. And I think it's so scary sometimes for people to take responsible risks and to take that leap of faith or to put themselves out there sometimes, because it can be so scary. You can be like, what am I even doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Like, why am I in this room? Like, why did I do this? Like, moving to a new city, changing jobs, maybe making new friends, maybe learning a new skill. It could be all of the above. Truly, you never know what can happen or who you're around, and that can really change things for your life. And when you raise your frequency and you're in your most authentic self, that's when you will become the person that you want to become. And slowly, you will start to attract the people that match that vibration. You'll start to do the things that version of you would do. Maybe you're not aware and you're not actively aware of it, but the more that you practice trust in yourself, confidence in yourself, positivity, gratitude, acting, thinking, doing the person that you want to be, all of these things will fall into place. I promise you. I'm at a place in my life where I just have this kind of I don't know what I'm doing moment, and that's okay. You don't always need to be knowing what you're doing. I think some of the most smartest, successful people, they've taken these chances on themselves. They've never been afraid to fail. They've never been afraid to try new things and learn things about themselves. It's better to have taken a chance on yourself than to live with the regret of what would have happened if I had done this differently. You don't need to be so hard on yourself all the time. I think a lot of young people, especially myself included, we can be really, really hard on ourselves, like really hard on ourselves. Whether it's, we go to class every day, we have our part-time jobs, we manage relationships and networking and family things, and whether we're moving or we're staying in our hometown, or we want to travel, or we want to explore, or we want to learn new skills or meet new people. It's just constant change when you're young. As long as you feel grounded in the trust in yourself and you feel that you're operating out of that frequency of authenticity, of that person you want to be, you will always attract what is meant for you. Sometimes you need to just go for it, go for the things that you want, and trust yourself. If you fall, the universe will always catch you every single time. there's this analogy that I have in my head where I went my whole life not knowing how to use chopsticks, and my boyfriend really wanted me to learn how to use chopsticks, and I had always attempted and it never worked out. And we were at the sushi restaurant and he was trying to teach me, and we finally get our food, and I didn't ask for a fork at this point. I'm still attempting. And so I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying. And, you know, he's already started eating, but he kind of like looks over at me and I'm still trying because I'm thinking to myself, I'm hungry. This food is in front of me. It looks amazing. And I'm kind of putting myself in a situation where I am forcing myself to learn right now. Yeah, it took me maybe an extra 10 minutes to pick up a piece of fish, but I still did it. And it's kind of because I put myself in that situation where I forced myself in my head, you are not eating unless you get this. And I did. And that just shows that if you put your focus and your attention on the things that you want, it may feel a little difficult. It did delay my eating time, but I did it. And I was so proud that I did it. I'd gone my whole life without knowing how to use chopsticks. I've had so many people try to teach me, but my boyfriend taught me and he's the best teacher. But yeah, so it just goes to show that when you put yourself, like, I could have totally asked for a fork, mind you. I could have totally asked for a fork. He would have been like, yeah, that's okay. You know, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to learn, and I put myself in a situation where the food was in front of me. I was hungry, and I was like, you are not eating until you know how to use chopsticks. I think that analogy just kind of sticks in my head because it just shows that when you put the right attention into the things that you want, you can make it happen. The brain is so powerful. You don't understand, right? And I know that that's just such a minor example of things that can manifest or happen for you when you put your focus and attention and raise your vibration. That's just such a minor thing. But imagine that on a larger scale, right? Like, imagine that on a larger scale.
Literally just like checking my surroundings, but yeah.
That's all I want to say for this video. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thanks so much for spending time with me in the park, listening to me speak. I'm really grateful for you. I hope something in this video resonated with you, and I encourage you all to go outside, get some fresh air, put some sunscreen on, and live your best life. Really try to have trust in yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be confident in yourself, and don't settle for less than what you deserve. Sometimes you may take those mini L's in the moment where you feel like, you know, I'm waiting, or you think you're waiting, or in your period and you're not sure what's going to happen, but you're still holding yourself accountable. You're still being grounded. You're still keeping that vibration raised. Everything will fall into place. I promise you. I promise you. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.